Hello, I'm going to whiz you through the portal features really quickly so you know where everything is and what it does. So if you go to windsockmusic.co.uk/portal, it will bring you to this page. And if you go to the login area, enter your username and password, it will log you into the portal. So if you don't have those, just drop Windsock Music an email. So when you log in, you will arrive at the portal homepage, which is just a summary really. So it'll show your next lesson, any hours you've practiced this week if you've been logging that, and the attendance of the last 90 days. So probably the most useful part of the portal is going to be the calendar. This is where you'll schedule your lessons so you can make cancellations or register for new lessons. It will also show you alerts such as terms, bank holidays, and teacher absences, as well as other bans and workshops. So I will be doing another video on scheduling lessons. So let's move on for a moment. So studio info, the most important part of this page is checking how many makeup credits you have left to spend for the term, which is just over here. Moving on, so studio news. This is more just help articles really of how to use the portal. So I've put cancelling and rescheduling lessons, how to use a swap list. I've also put the Dorks discount code that everyone loses, me included, and some other useful things such as FAQs and how to update your contact details on the portal. Moving on, account and invoices. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Under the account tab, you will find any lessons you've had and their relevant charges. Also, charges for instrument rental, exam fees, reads, things like that. And your invoices will also show up here. Just be aware if you have made a payment, they are entered into the system manually, so it may take a few days to show up. Moving on, attendance and notes. So if you've missed a lesson or if your teacher has missed a lesson, it will show up here. Please do make notes of why you're making a cancellation in case we have to refer back to it. It is always useful to have that. The library and download section is an area where your teacher can put any files for all students to see. So for example, if we go in this folder, you'll find backing tracks for the Abracadabra books, and you can just click on any of these and download the track. You will also find fingering charts and some sheet music. Moving on to the practice log. So this is useful for anyone that wants to structure their time a bit. I do recommend using this. It is a very useful tool. So it doesn't work as a timer, but you simply log the amount of time you've practiced on the date, and you can make notes, which I really do encourage. So for example, you could say I've been practicing G chromatic, I've been working on so and so piece. Keep it brief, maybe give yourself a score out of 10 so that you know what you've got to work on for the next practice. A summary of your practice time for the week will show up on the homepage, and your teacher will also be able to see that. Quite cool as well is it shows a student average, so it'll compare how well you've been doing with your practices to other students. The repertoire section is not really in use. It's most likely if your teacher needs to send you some sheet music, they'll just email it to you directly. The email history shows a record of any emails sent through the system, so this will most likely be invoices and invoice reminders. So that's a rundown of the features. I hope that helps. Let me know if you have any questions.